We are following that breaking news in New Jersey. A large water main break is impacting roads as well as water service.
Chopper 2 flying over the scene as water poured out of the break in Branch Brook Park, closing off roads and even submerging a car.
Now, this is happening at Franklin Avenue and Union Avenue in Belleville. It's also impacting service at Newark. CBS 2's Thalia Perez is live on the scene with the latest. Thalia.
Natalie and Jessica, now the break is just down the road from where we are in Branch Brook Park, which spans both Belleville and Newark. Officials telling us that both areas are without water or have low pressure. They also tell us that the pipe that burst is over 100 years old and is between 42 and 48 inches long.
Chopper 2 was overhead as water quickly rushed onto the street. Officials say the pipe broke before 8 this morning.
There was a water main break under the road, and a driver was driving on Mill Street, noticed some water coming up from the ground.
Fortunately, the driver quickly got out of her car as moments later the ground gave way and the car began disappearing into a sinkhole.
Some areas have no water and some areas have low pressure. That's why we issued a boil water advisory.
Utility officials quickly arrived on the scene working to turn the water off, sparking a major water emergency in this and surrounding areas. University Hospital in Newark said it has activated its emergency command center and is working with state and local resources to make sure patients are safe. Businesses are also impacted, as well as summer school programs canceled.
The city called us about 6:30 this morning and explained that there was a main water break in the city and that they're fixing it and that the water be on whenever they continue to fix it.
Do you have bottled water at home?
We're going to get it now. And we're hoping there's still some because I'm sure everybody is out getting water.
A boil water advisory is in effect until further notice, and of course what is making this an even more serious situation is the heat. Officials tell us that 100,000 people are affected by this, and right now there is no exact timeline as to when the pipe will be repaired. Reporting live from inside Branch Brook Park in New Jersey, Thalia Perez, CBS 2 News.
What a mess, Thalia, thank you. Chopper 2 is live above the water main break. It shows just how far this spreads in the park. Jim Smith, how's it looking up there?
Well, we can tell you that there's still actively water coming out of the ground. It does take time for all of the various shutoffs to be shut off, and we understand that's the case. Crews still working to get all of the valves shut off that feed water into this area. You can see that vehicle that is submerged down in that sinkhole that formed after the water main break occurred. We can take you down Mill Street, and you can see there is lots of debris along the road, still water flowing. Much of the water was spilling into a nearby river as well, so it did contain the actual spill to a relatively small area. There you can see going down Mill Street, still portions of it covered in water, but we can tell you there is a dramatic difference from earlier this morning. This entire roadway was covered, and a sign that the water is in the process of getting shut down. You can see the water now going along the side of the road. Again, still an active scene. Crews in Newark trying to get this water main break completely shut off. Live in Chopper 2, Jim Smith, CBS 2 News.
Wow. Okay, Jim, thank you.